Welcome back! Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer because today is a massive milestone. You have officially reached Day 10 of the Pitch Vision Football Academy. Now, this isn't just another casual lesson. We're getting into the ultimate masterclass, the one that is literally going to transform you from a casual fan who just watches the ball kick around into a professional tactical analyst who truly reads the game. Seriously, we are going to completely rewire how you see a 90-minute football match.
You know, just 10 days ago, we were barely going over basic positions. And now, look at what you've mastered. Formations, build-up play, pressing triggers, defensive shapes, match momentum, the whole shebang. You've built an absolutely fantastic foundation. So today, it's time to teach you the exact framework that professional analysts use to snap all of these puzzle pieces together.
So here is our chronological match day journey. We're going to cover 1. Before the first whistle, 2. The first 15 minutes, 3. Analyzing the full 90, 4. Watching without the ball, 5. The post-match framework, and finally, number 6. Mastering your live commentary. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Phase 1, before the first whistle, also known as your pre-match preparation.
Listen, if you wait until the referee blows that whistle to start your analysis, you are already way behind. A professional analyst's job starts well before the ball ever starts rolling on the grass. You have to be asking yourself some very specific tactical questions right off the bat, like who's injured or suspended, who's making a debut, or who's wearing the captain's armband today. Then, you want to look at the tactical clash. Which team naturally craves possession, and which one prefers to sit back and counterattack? Is somebody going to press super high up the pitch? Who are the key creators? Most importantly, try to predict where the biggest tactical battle is actually going to happen. You might say something like, okay, today's key battle is going to be right in the midfield, where the home side's double pivot faces an aggressive high press. You are basically setting a hypothesis for the entire game.
Moving right along to Phase 2, the first 15 minutes, and reading the opening cues.
This opening window, it is an absolute goldmine. You want to be hunting for very specific visual cues right out of the gate. Who actually wants the ball? Is either team triggering a high press, or are they just comfortably sitting back? Look really closely at their defensive shape when they don't have the ball. Are they in a classic 4-4-2? Is it a mid-block, a low block? Pay close attention to the tempo too. Is the game frantic and fast, or is it slow and highly controlled? And lastly, check the width. Which team is actively trying to stretch the pitch to open up those passing lanes? If you can lock onto these cues early on, I promise you, the rest of the game is going to make perfect sense.
All right, stepping into Phase 3. Analyzing the full 90. This is your core analysis.
As the game really settles into the full 90 minutes, you need to continually repeat 5 essential questions in your head. Treat them like mantras. Question number 1, who controls possession? Now, I know that seems super basic, but I want you to really let the weight of that sink in. Constantly evaluating which team dictates the ball tells you exactly who is commanding the underlying flow of the match. But having the ball isn't everything, which leads us directly to the next point.
Question number 2, who controls space? This is a crucial one, because controlling the ball is virtually useless if you aren't also manipulating and dominating the actual space on the pitch. A team might only have 40% possession, but if they completely control the dangerous spaces, they are essentially forcing their opponent into harmless areas.
Question 3. Who controls tempo? Are they speeding up the game to create pure chaos, or are they slowing it way down to strangle their opponent's rhythm? Pinpointing this reveals their true tactical intentions and exactly how they plan to either break the opponent down or protect a lead.
Question 4. Who wins transitions? You absolutely have to watch the exact moments possession changes hands. When the ball is won or lost, defensive structures are entirely broken. The team that reacts the fastest and most effectively in these chaotic, transitional moments is very often the team that decides the outcome of the match. And finally, question 5. Who creates better chances? I'm challenging you here to evaluate chance quality rather than just glancing at the total shots on goal at the end of the match. Let's be real, 5 highly dangerous chances inside the penalty box are infinitely more valuable than 15 harmless shots taken from the stadium parking lot. Keep these 5 questions locked in. They are the compass that will guide your entire analysis.
So let's see how this builds into analyzing specific moments, like when a goal goes in. Whenever a goal is scored, a casual fan just jumps up off the couch and yells, "What a great finish!" But a professional analyst, they never stop there. They deconstruct exactly why it happened using these 5 steps. Where did the attack actually begin? How was the space created for the assist? Was there a clear defensive mistake? Maybe a missed cover shadow? Which specific tactical idea, like a clever blindside run or a deliberate overload, created that chance? And ultimately, could the goal have been prevented? As an analyst, you must always be explaining the why.
All right, phase 4, watching without the ball. I like to call this the secret technique.
Lean in closely for this one, folks, because this is the exact technique that separates the true pros from the casual viewers. Most people just follow the bouncing ball, right? They only watch where the action is happening in that exact second. But analysts, we follow the players without the ball. You need to be constantly scanning the defensive lines, looking at exactly how high those fullbacks are pushing up, analyzing the team's pressing shape, and spotting those sneaky blindside runs. Always remember this. Many of the absolute most decisive actions in a football match happen before a player ever even receives the ball. The real space is created off the ball.
Moving on to Phase 5, the post-match framework, or what we call the analyst's notebook.
So, the referee blows the final whistle. The match is over. How on earth do you organize 90 minutes of chaotic, fast-paced action? You use the analyst's notebook framework. Professional analysts are not out there writing down every single pass or tackle. They only jot down the crucial moments that are simple, clear, and highly useful. You basically divide your notes into 3 columns. Before match captures the formations and your expectations. During match tracks all those momentum shifts, the pressing effectiveness, and any major tactical changes. And after match highlights the main turning point, the biggest mistakes, your player of the match, and your final overarching conclusion. If you build this habit, your football knowledge is going to compound with every single game you watch.
And before you even think about turning on your microphone or your camera for a post-match breakdown, you absolutely must run through this 10-step match analysis checklist. Ask yourself, can you confidently answer what formations were used? Who actually controlled the possession in the midfield? Who had the better pressing system? How were the absolute best chances created? What tactical adjustments happened, especially coming out of halftime? Who was the ultimate game changer and what was the turning point? And finally, why did the winning team actually win and what is the biggest lesson we can take from the match? If you can easily answer these 10 questions, you are fully prepared to talk with total confidence.
Which perfectly sets up Phase 6, mastering your live commentary and building your broadcast.
I want you to imagine putting yourself directly in the hot seat. You are going live to 10,000 viewers right now on a post-match broadcast. You have to sound like the expert you now are. A casual fan just gets on a live stream and simply says, yeah, Arsenal deserved to win. But an analyst says, Arsenal deserved the victory because they controlled the midfield, pressed aggressively after every backward pass, and consistently created overloads on the left side. Their tactical discipline completely prevented Liverpool from progressing through central areas. Do you hear the difference there? That is what real, vocabulary-driven tactical analysis sounds like. You aren't just saying what happened, you are explaining exactly why it happened, using the concepts you've mastered.
So, here is my direct challenge for your homework. I want you to take this match scenario and record your own 3 to 5 minute analysis. Imagine Arsenal beats Chelsea 2-1. Let's say Arsenal started in a 4-3-3, Chelsea pressed high for the first 20 minutes, Arsenal adjusted with longer passes, their number 8 absolutely dominated, and a 65th minute substitution completely changed the game. I want you to talk to a camera, use your new tactical vocabulary, completely avoid simply describing events like a play-by-play announcer, and explain exactly why Arsenal deserved that win. Test every single thing you've learned today, watch it back, and give yourself a real critique.
And as you practice, I want you to hold on to this final core philosophy of pitch vision. It's a big one. Don't chase being the loudest commentator, chase being the clearest. Look, there is a whole lot of noise in football media right now. True analytical value comes from providing crystal clarity to your audience. If your viewers finish your explainer understanding the beautiful game better than when they started, they are always going to come back to you.
Partner, take a second and celebrate. You have officially graduated from Module 1. You now have a tactical foundation that most casual fans are literally never going to develop. But listen to me, this is just the beginning. The real question is, are you ready for what comes next? Are you ready to master the highly advanced concepts used by UFA coaches in the most elite clubs in the world? I'm talking about expected goals, intricate defensive traps, positional rotations, and crazy advanced pressing systems. Module 2 is absolutely going to blow your mind. You are well on your way, and pitch vision is growing right alongside you. So what do you say? Ready to change the way you see the game forever? I'll see you in the next phase.